Hello, my name is Dan, and welcome to my channel. So, American Airlines ordered the Airbus A321XLR a couple of years ago. 50 of them were ordered to enhance their longer thin routes into Europe and South America. American Airlines has been in the process of retiring and replacing their Boeing 757 for some time now, reducing their number from over 100 to only a couple of dozens in the 2010s. This process was mostly possible thanks to the replacement aircraft such as the Airbus A321neo and the Boeing 737-800, which have been replacing the aircraft in many domestic markets during that time. However, they still had a few 757s in 2019, with some transatlantic routes like Philadelphia to Shannon, Edinburgh, as well as Miami to Brasilia and Dallas to Anchorage. They even plan on launching Philadelphia to Casablanca in Morocco after Royal Air Maroc entered the One World Alliance. By this point, American had already ordered 50 of them. These were expected to first arrive in 2023. But then the Rona happened. The 757s got retired immediately, along with the 767s and then the A330s. Suddenly, Americans' plans changed. A lot of the former transatlantic and South America routes were cut. Philadelphia to Casablanca was cancelled. Prague, Budapest, Venice, Brasilia, and other destinations were also terminated. If you compare Americans' international network before the Rona versus now, it's much smaller now. Americans sort of revamped their long-haul fleet to use their 787s and 777s in all their international long-haul destinations. Even some short-haul flights were getting these two aircraft, but eventually the international demand will come back. So American has a new plan for long-haul flying in the Airbus A321XLR. American mainly plans to use the aircraft from their Philadelphia hub for flights into smaller cities in Europe, like Prague, Budapest, and others that previously would be flown on the Airbus A330, Boeing 757s, or the 767s. Many of these routes had enough demand for a 757 to be flown year round, but only a few limited cities would get the 757s. These include Edinburgh, Lisbon, Shannon, and others, because the 757 couldn't really go any further. Most of the other routes were seasonal flights that would have enough demand to fill a wide body during the couple months out of the year, but not enough to fill the planes for the remaining months. But now American has the intention to fly these former routes year round with these smaller aircraft, while flying a wide body during the busy summer season. Miami is another hub where this aircraft will be heavily focused in, with the 757 having flown to Brasilia, Recife, and others from there. Meanwhile, other routes that used to get the 767 will get the aircraft as well. Many of these were too small to handle such a big aircraft such as Cordoba and Porto Alegre. From what I've read, American wants to fly wide bodies during the busy summer months to Europe, while the AXLR will be used in Latin America or other markets with less demand. Meanwhile, the same wide bodies would be sent to South America during the winter, while the Airbus A321XLR is sent to Europe during the same months. I don't think these would be the only hubs that would get the aircraft. I do see Chicago, Charlotte, Dallas, and Boston getting the aircraft as well, but to a much lesser extent than Philadelphia or Miami. So here are a couple of routes that American could fly with the A321XLR from Philadelphia. It includes Prague, Budapest, Lisbon, Edinburgh, Manchester, Shannon, Casablanca, and others. From Miami, it could be Brasilia, Fortaleza, Porto Alegre, Asuncion, Cordoba, Recife, and others. And from their other hubs, it could be Dallas to Lima, Dallas to Lihue, Charlotte to Lima, Charlotte to Sao Paulo, Charlotte to Manchester, Chicago to Manchester, Boston to Manchester, and others. Maybe it could also be used to make seasonal flights such as Chicago to Paris, Dallas to Kahului, and others into year-round flights. American definitely wants to focus on long-haul narrow bodies for its international network. It would help them bring back a lot of this international network they had before. Except this time it would be much more profitable and efficient than it was before thanks to the lower operational cost of the aircraft, the convenience of more year-round destinations, and the better utilization of their wide-body aircraft as well. This could obviously change once American gets the aircraft. What I've been saying is mostly speculation in my own personal opinions, but I'm definitely looking forward to see how American ends up using the aircraft once it arrives. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. I really hope to eventually improve my analysis and research, so I would appreciate if y'all got any feedback, comments, criticisms, anything, y'all can leave a comment. That's all I've got to say, and I'll see you later.